Watch my glasses. Watch this, ready? That's crazy, huh?
Beyond the boundaries of civilization, where the landscape stretches out in endless solitude, lies a world of unexpected wonders. Contrary to expectation, the most remote and desolate locations can harbor surprising treasures, left behind by the hands of humans. From eerie statues to mysterious phone booths, here are 20 most remarkable discoveries in the most remote corners of the earth, where the strange and fascinating await. Number 20. The Sailing Stone. To start off our adventure, let's embark on an unforgettable journey to California, where the unthinkable becomes reality. Who would have dreamed that inert objects like stones could move on their own, defying the laws of physics and challenging our perceptions? Well, be prepared to be astonished by a bizarre discovery that will leave you speechless. Enormous rocks, ranging from a few ounces to hundreds of pounds, mysteriously gliding across the desert landscape without any apparent force or gravity. These enigmatic sailing stones will challenge everything you thought you knew about the natural world. What's sure to captivate your interest is the eerie location where these mysterious stones reside. Death Valley, a name that sends shivers down your spine. Situated on the California-Nevada border, Death Valley National Park, established in 1933, harbors one of the most inexplicable wonders of our world. Although no human eye has witnessed the stones' movement, the telltale trails and periodic repositioning of the stones leave no doubt that they are indeed on the move. The rocks that dot Racetrack Playa are formed from dolomite and syenite, the same geological materials that constitute the surrounding mountains. These rocks have been dislodged by erosion, tumbling down to settle on the arid ground below. The largest rocks have etched out extensive trails, some stretching up to 1,500 feet, indicating significant movement from their original positions. Interestingly, rocks with rough undersurfaces tend to leave straight tracks, while those with smooth bottoms meander. For over a century, scientists have been fascinated by these sailing stones, proposing various theories to explain their enigmatic movements, yet the mystery remains unsolved. But in 2014, two cousins cracked the code, resolving a long-standing enigma. Their groundbreaking research revealed that thin sheets of ice, formed during winter, melt and float on the surface, gently nudging the rocks into motion, propelled by gentle breezes. This discovery finally sheds light on the mysterious force behind the sliding rocks. Number 19. Fort Boyard. In the midst of the Atlantic Ocean stands a peculiar and iconic castle, Fort Boyard, a name that predates the popular television show by over 2 centuries. From a distance, this imposing structure appears to be a floating fortress, majestically rising from the waves. With its stadium-like design, Fort Boyard measures 68 meters in length, 20 meters in height, and 31 meters in width, making it a formidable presence in the open sea. The concept of a fort on Boyard Bank was first proposed in the 17th century, but it wasn't until the 19th century, under the reign of Napoleon Bonaparte, that construction finally commenced. The building process spanned over 5 decades, from 1801 to 1857, ultimately resulting in the completion of the fort. This imposing structure is a marvel of grandeur and intimidation, exuding both beauty and eeriness. At its core lies a central courtyard, surrounded by a ground floor featuring storage facilities, soldiers' barracks, and officers' quarters. The next level up houses gun emplacements and additional living quarters, while the top tier is dedicated to barbette guns, mortars, and other artillery facilities. Since 1990, this iconic fort has served as the picturesque backdrop for both the French and international adaptations of the beloved television game show Fort Boyard, as well as the filming location for The Last Adventure. And so, this enchanting place continues to captivate audiences worldwide, remaining an enduring symbol of wonder and awe. Number 18. Heavenly Pit. Imagine stumbling upon a lush jungle in the depths of a sinkhole. The Xiaojai Tian Keng, also known as the Xiaojia Heavenly Pit, is a natural wonder that will defy your expectations. Located in Fengji County, Chongqing Municipality, China, this astonishing sinkhole holds the records for both the deepest and largest in the world, making it a must-see destination for adventure seekers and nature enthusiasts alike. The Xiaojia Tiankeng is truly massive, with an opening that spans an incredible 274,000 square meters, equivalent to 39 football fields. This enormous sinkhole was formed when the river dissolved and carried away the surrounding rock, leaving behind a vast chasm. A sloping ledge, created by soil trapped in the limestone, connects the upper and lower levels. During the rainy season, the sinkhole even features a breathtaking waterfall at its entrance, adding to its natural splendor. For centuries, the Xiaojia Tiankeng has been a familiar landmark to local residents. The name Xiaojia refers to a nearby abandoned village, translating to little village, while Tiankeng means heavenly pit, a distinctive term used in China to describe sinkholes. To promote tourism, a staggering 2,800-step staircase has been built to grant access to this natural wonder. Interestingly, the Tiankeng sinkhole formed above the Defeng Cave, which was carved out by a mighty underground river that still flows beneath the sinkhole, adding to its mystique and allure. Number 17. Pyramid in North Dakota. While pyramids evoke images of ancient Egypt, North Dakota is home to a different kind of structure, the Stanley Raymond Mickelson Safeguard Complex. Built in the 1960s, this facility was designed to intercept and destroy incoming Russian intercontinental ballistic missiles, serving as a crucial defense system during the Cold War era. In the small town of Nakoma, North Dakota, a staggering $6 billion fortress was erected, boasting a vast complex of missile silos, a colossal pyramid-shaped radar system, and numerous launching sites for surface-to-air missiles armed with devastating thermonuclear warheads. This formidable defense installation also featured a cutting-edge PAR backscatter radar facility, capable of tracking incoming Russian missiles and intercepting them over Canadian skies, serving as a powerful deterrent against nuclear threats. Despite its impressive scale and technological prowess, the Safeguard Complex was ultimately mothballed due to its staggering cost, concerns about its efficacy, and the perilous risks of detonating nuclear warheads over friendly territory. The facility's vast tunnels were subsequently flooded, leaving behind a haunting military-industrial relic in the desolate landscape. Today, it stands as a poignant testament to the folly of fear and ignorance, a crumbling monument to the darker aspects of human nature. Number 16. Giant armadillo shell. There's nothing more amazing than stumbling upon an ancient discovery while tending to your cattle. That's exactly what happened to an Argentine farmer who unearthed the remarkable remains of 4 gigantic armadillos, each the size of a car. The fossils of these massive creatures, known as glyptodonts, date back an astonishing 20,000 years, offering a fascinating glimpse into a bygone era when these behemoths roamed the earth. The largest of these ancient armadillo shells is roughly the length of a Volkswagen Beetle. Uncovered in a parched riverbed near Buenos Aires, Argentina's capital city, these remarkable fossils were carefully examined by the Institute of Archaeological and Paleontological Investigations of the Pampa Quaternary, a team with a name as impressive as their discoveries. Researchers from the Institute have transformed these ancient shells into a hub of fascination, meticulously examining them to uncover their secrets. According to archaeologist Pablo Messineo, the remarkable discovery was made by Juan de Dios Sota, a humble farmer who stumbled upon the shells while grazing his cattle. What began as a routine day for Sota turned into a historic moment, etching his name in the annals of scientific discovery. His chance discovery has now opened doors to a deeper understanding of the past, showcasing how even the most unexpected encounters can lead to significant breakthroughs. Number 15. The Doll Village. Adventure-seeking drivers who revel in scenic routes and aren't intimidated by steep cliffs and winding mountain roads will find the Ia Valley a paradise. This picturesque region boasts breathtaking landscapes and numerous quaint villages, each one more charming than the last. Among these hidden gems is Nagoro, also known as Nagoro Doll Village, a captivating village nestled in the Iya Valley on the island of Shikoku, Tokushima, Japan. Nagoro Doll Village has become a popular tourist destination due to its unique and fascinating feature: a large collection of lifelike dolls scattered throughout the village. The origin of this peculiar attraction dates back to the early 2000s, when Tsukimi Ayano returned to her childhood home in Nagoro to care for her ailing father. As a tribute to him, she created a doll in his likeness and placed it in a field. Since then, she has made an astonishing 400 dolls, with approximately 350 scattered throughout the village. Her impressive collection includes likenesses of current and former residents, as well as fictional characters. Tsukimi's dedication and consistency are truly remarkable, earning her a virtual crown for her artistic perseverance. While Nagoro Doll Village has become a popular tourist destination, beware. The eerie presence of these lifelike dolls may unsettle the faint of heart. Tread with caution, or perhaps avoid this enchanting yet unsettling village altogether. Number 14. Hand of the Desert. Imagine driving through the desert in the dark of night when a behemoth hand suddenly rises from the sand like a ghost, its massive fingers reaching for the stars. The shock and awe of this surreal encounter will leave even the most seasoned traveler shaken. Chile's Atacama Desert is home to a staggering work of art, the Mano del Desierto, or Hand of the Desert. It is a 36-foot-tall sculpture crafted by the renowned Chilean sculptor Mario Irarrázaga, piercing the sky at an altitude of 1,100 meters. Its imposing presence in the desert's vast expanse serves as a poignant reminder of human frailty. Its massive size was deliberately designed to convey the fragility and powerlessness of human existence. The sculpture erupts from the desert landscape as if a giant hand is bursting forth from the sand. Supported by a sturdy base of iron and concrete, this imposing artwork has been a magnet for tourists since its inauguration on March 28, 1992. Over the years, it has become an iconic landmark, drawing visitors from far and wide to marvel at its sheer scale and artistic grandeur. Despite its remote location, the statue has fallen victim to various forms of artistic vandalism, including graffiti and painting, but its beauty is revived every 6 months through meticulous restoration efforts. Number 13. Prada Marfa. In the vast Texas desert, a sleek Prada storefront appears like a mirage on a desolate highway. But as you draw nearer, the illusion shatters, revealing a clever ruse. Prada Marfa, the brainchild of Michael Elmgreen and Ingar Dragset, is actually a life-sized sculpture masquerading as the luxury brand's boutique. Crafted entirely from biodegradable materials, this thought-provoking installation blurs the lines between art, fashion, and reality, leaving passers-by both puzzled and intrigued. The artist's vision was to let Prada Marfa succumb to the forces of nature, gradually disintegrating into the desert landscape and acting as a momentum to American capitalism and retail tourism. However, their plans were swiftly derailed, as the sculpture was burglarized and graffitied mere days after its completion. Despite ongoing vandalism and controversy, Prada Marfa has ironically become a celebrated tourist attraction, drawing in visitors from far and wide, including celebrities, who flock to witness this surreal and thought-provoking installation. The tiny town of Valentine, Texas, has a population of 127. The Prada Marfa is a striking replica of the iconic Prada storefront, typically found on luxurious avenues like Rodeo Drive or Fifth Avenue, which stands out in stark contrast. This artistic installation serves as a thought-provoking commentary on the excesses of Western consumer culture infused with a touch of surrealism. Number 12. The Pillar of Life. There is no better way of getting closer to God than being in a church that soars 130 feet above the ground. This is the Katski Pillar, a breathtaking natural wonder. Located in the picturesque village of Katski, In the Imereti region of western Georgia, this majestic limestone monolith has earned the reverence of being called the Pillar of Life. This slender rock, crowned with the remnants of an ancient church and measuring just 150 centimeters, has long been revered by locals as the Pillar of Life and a potent symbol of the true cross. Shrouded in legend, this natural wonder hadn't been explored until 1944 and only recently underwent thorough scientific scrutiny from 1999 to 2009. Its remarkable ability to support the weight of the ruins perched atop its narrow summit has left researchers and visitors alike in awe of this geological marvel. Perched atop the towering Katski Pillar complex, it includes a church honoring Maximus the Confessor, a burial vault, 3 humble hermit cells, a wine cellar, and a protective curtain wall, all carefully adapted to the column's irregular surface. At the base of the pillar, a new church dedicated to Simeon stylites has been constructed, alongside the remnants of an ancient wall and belfry. Previously, brave male adventurers could ascend the towering rock via a rickety iron ladder that stretched from its base to the summit. But, due to safety concerns, the rock has been closed to the public, denying access to all visitors, most especially women. For 2 decades, Maxim Kavtaradze, a devoted monk of the Orthodox Church, has called the Katski Pillar home, residing atop the towering rock and only descending twice a week. This sacred site has a rich history, with archaeological evidence revealing that stylites, ascetic monks who dwelled on pillars, inhabited the summit as recently as the 13th century. Now, this is a place of great wonder. Number 11. Gafsa Beach. There's nothing more spooky than a mysterious lake seemingly materializing out of thin air in the arid Tunisian desert, giving rise to an impromptu beach in a region plagued by drought. The sudden and unexplained appearance of Gafsa Beach has left authorities and locals alike perplexed after shepherds stumbled upon the unexpected oasis. The eerie and inexplicable presence of this lake has sparked widespread wonder and curiosity, begging the question, what forces could be behind this enigmatic phenomenon? Over 600 people have thronged to the mysterious Lac de Gafsa, where they've indulged in paddling, scuba diving, rock jumping, and lounging on inflatables. While some hail it as a divine miracle, others deem it an ominous curse. Despite the lack of an official explanation, geologists propose that seismic activity may have triggered groundwater to surge to the surface, though consensus is lacking. Authorities caution that the water, which transforms from crystal clear to murky green with algae growth, may pose cancer risks. Yet, Tunisians can't resist the allure of this unexpected oasis in the scorching 40 Celsius heat, even as the lake's origins remain shrouded in mystery. Number 10. The Wind Phone. In a breathtakingly beautiful and remote corner of Otsuchi, Iwate Prefecture, Japan, a lone telephone booth stands like a sentinel, beckoning those seeking to reconnect with the past. The Wind Phone, a poignant and weathered monument to love and loss, was born from the grief of its creator, Itaru Sasaki, who in 2010 sought to find solace in the wake of his cousin's passing. This humble booth, disconnected from the world yet deeply connected to the human experience, has become a sacred space for visitors to share their innermost thoughts, emotions, and memories with loved ones who have departed. Following the devastating 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami, which ravaged the region and claimed thousands of lives, the Wind Phone became a beacon of hope and healing, attracting those seeking to honor their loved ones. Since its creation, the Wind Phone has welcomed over 30,000 visitors, its allure extending far beyond Japan's borders. This iconic symbol of grief and remembrance has inspired a global movement, with replicas sprouting up worldwide. Literary and cinematic works have also drawn inspiration from its poignant story. The Wind Phone's simplicity belies its emotional resonance. A white, glass-paned booth housing a black, vintage rotary phone on a metal shelf, accompanied by a notebook for visitors to jot down messages to their loved ones. Perched on a hill overlooking Otsuchi, the wind phone stands as a beacon of solace for those seeking to connect with the past. Number 9. Fairy circles. From a bird's-eye view, even the harsh desert landscape can reveal breathtaking beauty. And one of these can be found in southern Africa's Namib Desert, where a stunning phenomenon unfolds. Vast expanses of grasslands punctuated by mysterious fairy circles. These enigmatic formations, ranging from 10 to 65 feet in diameter, are characterized by rings of lush vegetation surrounding barren centers, creating a mesmerizing pattern that stretches for hundreds of miles. On Google Maps, the fairy circles appear as an extraterrestrial spectacle, a phenomenon that local legends say is a divine intervention, with the red earth bearing the footprints of gods. However, the truth behind these enigmatic formations lies in the realms of science, not mythology. What seems like a haphazard scattering of circular patches is, in fact, a meticulously orchestrated display of mathematical and biological precision. The resulting landscape resembles a vibrant, polka-dotted dress. If you're curious about the location of this fascinating phenomenon, you can find it in the arid grasslands of the Namib Desert in southern Africa's western regions, as well as in a section of Western Australia's Pilbara region. Despite extensive research and various theories, the exact process behind the formation of these fairy circles remains a mystery, with no definitive explanation yet to fully unravel their enigmatic origins. Number 8. Ginas GOI Desert. Bizarre markings in China's Gobi Desert have sparked a frenzy of speculation as Google Maps images uncover a puzzling landscape of mysterious structures and patterns. The media landscape, spanning from established news outlets to fringe platforms, has been abuzz with a wide range of speculative theories, suggesting that these enigmatic markings could be anything from clandestine Chinese weapons testing facilities to precision calibration targets for satellites, or even elaborate replicas of Washington and New York City street maps. Some have even ventured into the realm of the extraordinary, proposing that these cryptic signs might be a form of interstellar communication, beckoning extraterrestrial life or conveying messages from beyond our planet. New evidence suggests that the mysterious patterns in the Gobi Desert are likely used for calibrating China's surveillance satellites. The peculiar zigzagging white lines seen in 2 of the images have been identified as calibration targets for spy satellites. These grids, measuring approximately 0.65 miles wide by 1.15 miles long, serve as reference points for satellite cameras to align themselves in space and ensure accurate imaging. Indeed, the patterns are aesthetically striking and have a unique beauty. Number 7. Moynak Ship. In Uzbekistan, a hauntingly captivating ship graveyard, the Moynak Ship Graveyard, lies shrouded in mystery. This erstwhile Soviet fishing port, once thriving on the shores of the vast Aral Sea, now stands as a ghost town in the desert's embrace. The Aral Sea, formerly one of the world's 4 largest lakes, has shrunk to mere desert sands, leaving behind a haunting legacy. The sea's name, meaning Sea of Islands, is named for the over 1,100 islands that once dotted its surface, but are now lost to the ravages of time. Now, the remnants of numerous ships lie abandoned and crumbling in the blistering desert sun. The Moynak Ship Graveyard, a former thriving fishing hub and home to one of the world's 4 largest lakes, has been reduced to a haunting ghost town stranded in the desert's vast expanse. The once bustling port has given way to a surreal landscape of decaying vessels. The lake's decline began when Soviet irrigation projects redirected the rivers that supplied it, disrupting the water flow. Although this damage could be mitigated, Uzbekistan lacks the resources to implement a solution. As a result, the lake's shoreline has receded to a staggering 100 miles away from Moynak. The town's fishermen attempted to adapt by following the shrinking lake, but the increasing salinity levels ultimately led to the demise of the fish population, precipitating the collapse of the fishing industry that sustained the town. Consequently, Moynak slowly withered away, a testament to the devastating consequences of environmental degradation. Number 6. Giant Bosnia Sphere. Throughout history, spheres have been a source of fascination across various cultures and lands. However, a remarkable discovery by archaeologist Semir Osmanagic, affectionately known as the Bosnian Indiana Jones, has sparked intense curiosity and debate. While the enormous rock sphere protruding from the forest floor appears to have been crafted by human hands at first glance, experts suggest that this imposing monolith may not be a definitive indicator of a lost civilization, despite its intriguing appearance. Semir Osmanagic claims that a massive 3-meter-wide stone sphere discovered in Visoko Valley, Bosnia, is evidence of an ancient, previously unknown civilization that inhabited the region over 1,000 years ago. However, his extraordinary assertion has been met with skepticism, and numerous experts have raised several red flags, casting significant doubt on the validity of his claim. Archaeologist Semir Osmanagic's own description of the sphere's brown and red color has inadvertently revealed a crucial detail, leading experts to conclude that the sphere is, in fact, a natural concretion, a type of spherical rock formation, rather than a man-made artifact. The distinct coloration suggests a high iron content, a characteristic consistent with concretions, which are formed through geological processes. The reddish hue of many concretions is often a result of their high iron content. Subscriber pick. A drone makes a chilling discovery in the middle of nowhere. No one was supposed to see this. The discovery, seemingly plucked from an urban landscape and transported to the dense wilderness, has sparked intrigue and curiosity, as if it had been miraculously placed in the middle of nowhere. The drone pilot stumbled upon the mysterious viaduct Petrobras, unaware of its intriguing past. Built in the 1960s, the structure was intended to connect to the main highway by 1976, but a sudden change in plans redirected the road to a coastal route, leaving the newly constructed viaduct unused and abandoned. This imposing structure, standing over 40 meters tall and spanning 300 meters in length, features tunnels, retaining walls, and a substantial concrete foundation, all of which are gradually being engulfed by the surrounding vegetation. This raises the question: how did a project once hailed as an engineering marvel fall into disuse and become a haunting symbol of mismanagement and waste? How many more abandoned government projects are out there, left to decay? Share your thoughts and insights in the comments below, and now, let's return to our video. Number 5. The Last House on Holland Island. Holland Island has a rich history dating back to the 1600s, when it was first settled and named after Daniel Holland, a pioneering colonist who acquired the land from the Dorchester County Sheriff. Over time, the island evolved into a thriving community by 1850, with families engaged in fishing and farming. At its peak in 1910, Holland Island boasted a population of approximately 360 residents, earning its status as one of the most populous islands in the Chesapeake Bay. However, in 1914, the island's fate took a drastic turn when strong winds and tidal forces began to severely erode the western shore, threatening the homes of most residents. This compelled the inhabitants to relocate to the mainland, marking the beginning of the island's gradual abandonment. The island's deterioration ultimately left only one house standing. Stephen White, a devoted minister, dedicated himself to preserving Holland Island, establishing the Holland Island Preservation Foundation. Despite his unrelenting efforts, which included desperate measures like sandbagging and transporting massive rocks from the mainland, the island's demise was unstoppable. The sinking of the island was inevitable. Despite the valiant efforts to save it, the ocean's relentless encroachment ultimately rendered the area uninhabitable, forcing even the bird population to seek refuge in the sole remaining house. In June 2010, Stephen White relinquished ownership of the island to the Concord Foundation, and just a few months later, in October 2010, the last standing house on Holland Island finally succumbed to the inevitable, disappearing into the sea. Number 4. Whale Graveyard. Researchers came upon a mystifying discovery in Chile's Atacama Desert, where a trove of ancient marine mammal remains was unearthed, far from the Pacific Ocean's shores. The finding of over 75 whale fossils, including 20 remarkably preserved skeletons, has sparked a scientific revolution. Experts from the Smithsonian Institute are working to unravel the enigma of how these relics ended up in one of the world's driest regions, over half a mile inland, in what has been dubbed a mysterious whale graveyard. Dozens of ancient whale fossils, some measuring up to 60 feet in length, roughly the size of a bus, have been unearthed in the Atacama Desert. What's really fascinating is that at least 20 of these fossils are remarkably well-preserved skeletons, found lying side by side along a stretch of road spanning approximately 600 feet, suggesting a simultaneous demise. While the exact circumstances of their deaths remain a mystery, some scientists propose that a mass beaching event may have occurred millions of years ago, when the desert was closer to the Pacific Ocean. This theory suggests that the whales may have swum onto land and perished there, leaving behind a fascinating archaeological treasure trove. According to Nicholas Pyenson, the lead researcher from the Smithsonian, a more plausible explanation is that the area was once a tranquil lagoon, isolated from the open ocean. The whales may have met their fate when this lagoon eventually dried up, or alternatively, a natural catastrophe like an earthquake or landslide may have sealed off their access to the sea, trapping them. The exact circumstances may remain a mystery, leaving us in suspense until further discoveries are made. Number 3. Crystal Island. Deep below a mountain near Naca, Mexico, miners searching for fresh ore deposits in April 2000 came across an unexpected and awesome sight. As they ventured into a horseshoe-shaped cave, they were met with a mesmerizing sight. Enormous, milky white crystals rose majestically around them, their luminous gypsum beams stretching up to 12 meters in length and 1 meter in width. These towering crystals protruded from the brown limestone walls, floors, and ceiling. Located 290 meters beneath the Earth's surface, the Cave of Crystals, also known as the Giant Crystal Cave, lies hidden beneath a mountain abundant in lead, zinc, and silver deposits. Since its discovery by Industrias Peñoles, a mining company, this subterranean wonder has attracted scientists and researchers globally, offering a unique combination of breathtaking beauty and intriguing scientific enigmas. Exploration has confirmed the likelihood of additional chambers, but pursuing further exploration would have necessitated the removal of a substantial amount of crystal. However, as the cave's accessibility relies on the mine's water pumping system, when mining activities ceased, the caves were deliberately flooded again in October 2015. This cave of crystals would be a dream come true for any enthusiast of mythology and legend. Number 2. Abandoned cars. Hidden deep in a German forest, a staggering automotive graveyard exists, defying belief. Spanning 20,000 square meters in Neanderthal, 12 kilometers east of Dusseldorf, this extraordinary site is neither a scrapyard nor a sales lot. Instead, it's a meticulously curated collection of rare and valuable cars, each with its own unique story. Once worth millions, these collectible vehicles are typically painstakingly maintained at great expense, making this surreal assemblage all the more astonishing. But here, in this unusual setting, the cars are intentionally left to decay and disappear, with occasional applications of milk or salt water hastening their deterioration. This thought-provoking art installation is the brainchild of Michael Fröhlich, a German car dealer, designer, and constructor who initiated the project in 2000. To celebrate his 50th birthday, Michael Fröhlich gifted himself a unique present, 50 classic cars from 1950, the year of his birth. However, his intention wasn't to restore, sell, or enjoy them, but to deliberately let them decay. With a significant investment of millions, he aimed to demonstrate the unstoppable power of nature. Through this art installation, he seeks to convey the fleeting nature of existence, showcasing how one thing's decline can give rise to new life as the cars surrender to the forces of nature and a thriving ecosystem emerges around them. Number 1. Castle Island. Lost in the middle of Lough Lake, a picturesque island harbors a stunning castle. Castle Island, also known as McDermott's Castle. This majestic fortress appears to have been plucked straight from the pages of a historical romance novel. Once the proud possession of the esteemed McDermott family, the most prominent clan in Roscommon, this enchanting castle is a treasured gem of the lake. Accessible only by boat, its beauty and allure can be fully appreciated from the water. McDermott's Castle, a national monument safeguarded by the state, stands in County Roscommon, Ireland. With a history of fortifications dating back to at least the 13th century, the castle's tower house likely originated in the 16th century. The majority of the existing structure was added or refurbished during the 19th century, blending medieval heritage with more recent architectural elements. Although it stands in ruins, McDermott's Castle remains a captivating destination for both tourists and historians. The castle's imposing structure, complete with fortified enclosures, a towering spire, and crenellated battlements, continues to impress. Beyond its historical significance, the castle is also steeped in a tragic yet romantic legend. The tale of star-crossed lovers who found union only in death. As dramatic as that sounds, it's definitely romantic. Thanks for watching. See you in the next videos.